Confirm and deny, Chris Tanev should be the replacement for Alex Pietrangelo at the Four Nations face-off.
I'm going to do a hybrid confirm, okay? It's Chris Tanev or MacKenzie Weegar. It's one of the two. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're going to be playing such great players and asking them to do, like, a minute left in a one-goal game. Aren't you putting Cale Makar on the ice? Or are you going to look for a shutdown guy like Chris Tanev? You tell me. What are you going to do?
Well, it depends on what the score is.
Cale Makar is looking back at the defense coach. He's kind of saying, I go out at this like, don't you put him out?
He might play 30 minutes. He might. And if you're down one, obviously Cale Makar's on the ice. If you're tied, you might have him on. You probably do. Up one or up two, I'd have Chris Tanev on the ice.
Yeah, there's also the Bouchard kid who I thought he played pretty damn good in the playoffs last year. He did play pretty good.
And they're getting better. He's getting better. The Oilers are chugging, man. They won again last night.
I'm going to deny it. I'm going to say it's Bouchard or Weegar.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm denying it too because if you're looking just to replace that player, Pietrangelo has offense in his game. So that's more Bouchard or Weegar. If it was a stay-at-home defenseman, if it was Parayko, who's, kind of, morphed into more of a stay-at-home, then I lean Tanev. But if you're replacing the player, Pietrangelo, I'm going with Weegar or Bouchard or somebody in that ilk. If it's replacing Parayko or whatever, I'm going in that mold. I'm going Tanev. So I'm denying it. I'm saying the other two or others.
Yeah.
I still think this is crazy. I know other people, but does Drew Doughty have any sniff?
He's just been out for so long, man.
I know.
Dude, it doesn't matter. But I think you got to watch and maybe you don't replace Pietrangelo for 10 days and just have a sniff at what Drew Doughty's doing.
There's a chance, apparently, that he will get 3 to 5 games in before the break. I don't know if that's true or not.
They got 2 weeks to figure this out.
Right.
2 weeks.
But if he hits the ground, like Drew Doughty seems to me like a guy who could not train all summer, pick up a stick, and just play 30 minutes. Like, that's just how. Now, coming off that injury, we all saw it in the preseason, high ankle sprain, whatever. It was ugly. But it's Drew Doughty. Like, I want to give him.
It'd be very interesting to see him there. I don't know if he'd want to be there.
Yeah.
He's not a young guy. He's won before. He's done it all. Pietrangelo's not going. I could see. I don't want to speak for him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, "Hey, let me just get going here." Like LA is a good team. They're a playoff team. I will confirm it because you're right. That Pietrangelo represents something different. I also think aren't we talking about the 7th or 8th defenseman now? Like whoever they take will not likely step right into where Pietrangelo was playing.
Right.
Does Sanheim move in now and Parayko move in? Like, are we talking about whoever the replacement is the guy that actually won't dress? But they have offense. Makar can supply it, and Morrissey can supply it. I think Theodore can supply it. They obviously have forwards that can supply it. I think the way Tanev is playing and defending and the way he can play with great players, I'd be intrigued by that if I was Canada. But it is an opportunity to make up for – listen, Bouchard played himself off. Let's clarify this. Evan Bouchard was awful at the start of the year based on his standards. He didn't play very well. But the way he played last year, it seemed like a lock this guy was going to be on it. And they're playing well now, and he's a really good player, man.
Yeah,
when he's on his game, he's a really good
hard
player.
not to look hard at him, but he has
for sure.
Edmonton's now like creeped up. What are they? A couple points back from.
They're right on the tails of Vegas
East.
now. Yeah,
they're top in the West. Like
that's right.
So to me, he has to be looked at hard.
I got you.
By the way, that turnaround is incredible. I was like, these guys, maybe they just can't get it together after going to the Cup final, and now they're sniffing around the top of the division. What a turnaround.
Yeah, they look really
top
good.
Of the league. They're third in the NHL. Like, they're third in the NHL. They're 3 points behind Washington and Winnipeg. Sorry,
that's an insane turnaround.
4
wow.
points.
Again, second year in a row.
Yeah,